showcase one use scenario where you can use Stormpath, which is means very helpful and useful. This is the API which I am showing you, and you can use this Stormpath for generating tokens, maintaining the OAuth sessions, and all those things. So these things you can create inside here. Means you should not be worried about implementing all those things by yourself. You can just create an account here, get the subscription, you can start working and just leave all the user management and all those things, token management, security, all those things on this API. So before that, I want to just highlight what is this, means what is this Stormpath is. If you see, this is mainly you can implement token based authentication, single sign on, and you can have a very what you say, you can helpful console where you can see things, and then you can have you can manage your developer APIs, and you can manage access tokens. You can generate all the things which you can do through your console, and this console is very powerful. So these are the key highlights, advantages of using it. This is available online. You can see the documentation available for this, and why we are using it. Just like whenever your application, somebody is hitting your application and you want to authenticate, so you can do by this, and you can have a console here. So before that, I just want to log in here and showcase what is it. So you log into its API Stormpath. Here you have this uh, REST component, so you can use it multiple ways. You can use it all. You can see this Node.js, AngularJS, ASP.NET, Visual Basic, Java, Python, Ruby, anything you can use to access these APIs available. These are all REST based APIs. You can access it anywhere using all your credentials available. So the scenario here, it is like what is this, means what values are there, what is account, directories, application, and all those things. So here you see this, once you click on this one, okay, then you will see this sort of a screen. So if you have your if you are an administrator and you have administrative credentials with you, you can log in, and you can see here, if I make it big, so you can see here, once you log into this, clicking on that REST component, here you will see this some sort of like this API key and API key secret. Okay, so this you can see, and then I wanted to highlight this one here in the Stormpath. Okay, so one moment, yeah, so here it is, and then you can create your applications. I have created mine like sample test and Stormpath. This is the default one. Once you create a login as an administrator, you will have this application as a default application. Every application is having an ID. Okay, so once as a login person, as an administrative person, you will have API key and API secret. Then you will have different tabs available which you can directly look in. So here are the accounts, so you can create accounts through it, and you can see number of accounts I have created. Then you can create a group. Okay, every group needs to be attached to a directory. So this is the group called developer. Here is the directory. You can see a directory here. Okay, so 3 directories available. One directory is simple test directory which I have created there, and this is the application. So if you go to application, here you see this is the ID, and this way you can access. So they are giving this href, means you have to use these REST APIs. You can use them, and you can log into this particular ID, and similarly one application ID. Then whatever you choose, you go for accounts. Suppose I am clicking on one account. Okay, so here you see this account is also having this ID. Every account is having an ID, and then which applications this account is linked to, that will show here. So I have linked one application, that is simple test, added to this particular ID. Okay, so this ID would be added to a particular group. Then you have OAuth tokens. So you see I have generated one token which has been issued at this time. It will expire at this time, and these things you can see. So you can check all those things. You can refresh tokens whatever has been issued here. Okay, so you can go and you can refresh, add an administrator. Okay, it's not like somebody else can do it for you. You can manage these things from here. So it's very easy to manage. You have huge traffic on your for authentication purpose, you can use all this. So uses of a Stormpath also I have mentioned. You can see here it's easily implement token based authentication, then provide single sign-on across your applications. And the best part is manage developer API keys and access tokens. So these are the important points. Now, why I am discussing this when I am working on Mule? The reason is you can use this for your OAuth implementation and all this token generation, whatever the security requirements you are having. If you want to have some single sign-on or token-based authentication, you can use this one. Okay, so multiple ways you can use it, but I just want to showcase first the Stormpath. So here you see this is my application ID, and I need to have one token. I want to access that token. So suppose I have to generate it, so I will hit through Mule. I will generate an access token. I can give it to third party who are using my API. Now they can request for my API with that access token, and I can validate that also. So right now I am showing you one example where you can get the token from there. Okay, so in authorization you have to give that API key and API secret. In the body you have to mention that grant type should be password. So suppose I can show you this grant type, this username and password. Okay, and that's it. Means these are the values you need to put, and then once you hit it, you will see this access token is being generated. Okay, and once you see this will means this there are other tokens also, refresh tokens and all those things, but you can just use MuleFlow to get this access token and work on it. Okay, so in Mule it's very powerful, very useful. But before that, means for the administrative purpose, I can showcase you the use of how to retrieve this token and how to validate the token. Okay, so this flow is nothing like I have shown you through the Postman how you can access this token. So you should have the application ID. So there are only four important things which you need to have. So if you see this, you need to have application ID. Okay, you need to have your username and password. Whoever is trying to get access token, he needs to have a username and password for himself. Then API secret and API key is a Stormpath administrator thing. So these values should be passed, and then already its application ID is important. So then only you will have this token generation. So just to showcase you, means you are just I can I can launch a flow where one flow I can create a flow where it will access this REST API exposed by Stormpath. So you can see this way I can give. This is the path. Here I am giving the application ID. Then here this I can send them as a query parameter. So grant type should be the password. This is very important because different grant types are there in the OAuth implementations too. Then here you see this username and password, and if you go to this one, this is the configuration which I am hitting to this. This is the API Stormpath, and then the port 443 authentication I can give quickly. This I will not show right now because this is having this credentials available. So these two, this API key ID and API secret, you can put it here in the authentication. You can put basic authentication where username and password. So in case of username, you will put the API key ID. In case of password, you will put the API key secret provided to you when you logged into Stormpath. Okay, so once you hit this, you can get the access token, and means you get all these values here. What I have done is just like in the transform, I am just accessing. I will show you. I am just accessing this access token here. You see, payload dot access token. So I am just retrieving one value and passing it on. Similarly, in the validate token also you have to